Om Shanti, English Avyakt versions, 4th of July 1971. Headline: Easy Method of Remembrance. Easy Method of Remembrance. In which stage have all of you sitting here stabilized yourselves? What stage would you call your stage of remembrance at the present time? Do you have double remembrance in this stage or single remembrance? Would you call the stage of the present time the stage of being karmatic or the stage of having the consciousness of being an angel? Those who think that this stage is anything other than the awake stage, raise your hands. Are you able to perform actions whilst stabilizing yourself in such an awake stage throughout the day? No. What you are writing now is also performing an action, is it not? So, are you not able to have such a stage whilst performing an action? At present, we are sitting personally in front of Baba. If you constantly think that Baba is with you, that He is personally in front of you, you would then constantly have this stage. Those people pay attention, those people pay special attention when they go into such an atmosphere, and then that attention becomes the method for their safety. In the same way, no matter what ordinary actions you may be performing, you must pay attention to creating an awake stage every now and then. And whenever you perform any task, if you constantly consider Bap Dada to be your companion and then do that task with the double force, what would your stage be? Firstly, you would easily be able to maintain your awareness, just as you are easily able to stay in remembrance by considering Baba to be personally in front of you. In the same way, if you constantly move along, considering the Father to be your companion whilst performing every action, then that is easy remembrance, is it not? Those who constantly remain together automatically have remembrance of each other because of that company. So, by being such companions or by giving the intellect the company of the truth, there constantly has to be the company of the truth. You are those who stay in the company of the truth. You are in the company of the truth at every second and at every step, are you not? If you constantly keep yourself in the company of the truth, then remembrance would be easy, and because you have powerful company, you will have double the force in every task. Because of having double the force, the task that you considered to be difficult because of your stage will become easy, because there is double the force. Then instead of accomplishing just one task, you can accomplish double the task in that same time. One is easy remembrance, the second is success, and the third is zeal and enthusiasm in every action, and the attainment of cooperation. This is why you must constantly stay in the company of the truth. When people come to you, you tell them the discipline of constantly staying in remembrance of the truth. So you must also constantly have this practice. Then the remembrance that you find difficult and all the thoughts you have of how to have remembrance and where to focus your mind will finish. You will easily attain success in your actions in this, whether you have the company of the corporeal form or the company of the incorporeal form. There has to be the company of the truth. You have the relationship of the corporeal form eternally throughout the entire cycle. So, whether you either have the corporeal or the incorporeal consciousness remembrance, you must definitely have remembrance. The intellect must not have the company of anyone except Bap Dada. In order to become angels, your relationship with the Father must be very strong. If your relationship is strong, you will definitely become angels. Now you simply have to put your relationships right. If you have all relationships with one, you are easily and constantly an angel. What else is there that the intellect could be drawn there? Is there anything else that remains? Have you blocked all relationships and all paths or not? If the road is open, the intellect runs there. Now that all your relationships are finished and the paths are blocked, where, where else can the intellect go? If there is only one path in one relationship, you become angels. Check which path or which relationship is not yet fully blocked. If it is even slightly open, people try to pass through there. If it is completely closed, they cannot go there. If there is even a hole there, they may touch it, but pass through there. Here too, if the road is even slightly open, the intellect goes there. Since you give many easy wise methods again and again, you have to close the path. How will you now block it? You also hear them in the Murli every day. Do you remember them? Which method do you have that will bring your awareness back from the stage of forgetfulness? There is only one image through which you remember Bab Dada and the inheritance. If you constantly keep the image in front of you, all other paths will be blocked. Whatever pictures of literature you have printed, you put this block on it. If this block is applied to the intellect, all other roads are blocked. This is an easy method, and you have also been given a signal. You hear this in the Murli every day. There is no Murli in which there isn't this method. This is very easy. If you tell little children to keep this image constantly in their consciousness, even they are able to do it. Although you put on a badge, you have to become an embodiment of remembrance in your intellect. All the different types of awareness are included in the awareness of this one picture. The essence of the entire knowledge is merged in this one picture. You have attained this through the knowledge of the Creator and the creation, have you not? The more you adopt these methods, the easier your effort will become. Do not become confused. What is remembrance? What should we remember? I don't know if this is remembrance or not. You purposely confuse yourself. What is remembrance? Whether remembrance of the Father is through his actions or whether remembrance of the Father is through his virtues. It is still remembrance. Whether it is remembrance of his form, his name, his virtues, or his task, it is still the remembrance of one. You people make it very difficult, whilst you say no force in that. Instead, you just remain in the course. Make that easy. What else is there apart from Baba? Since you have considered the Father to be the one you love in every relationships in a practical way, do you have to think of a plan to remember him? Sometimes you make an easy thing difficult, and in other cases, the path is still open and the intellect therefore has to make effort again and again to bring itself back. You get tired in this. Your head becomes heavy. You consider it to be difficult and so give yourself a difficulty. So the easy method is first to close all these roads, just as the government announces it is to close something. So you also have the order from Bab Dada that you must first close all other roads and you will then be liberated from all difficulties. Everything will become easy and it will then become natural. Is it difficult or easy to maintain this attention? It is not difficult, but you make it difficult. If you continue to keep paying attention to this from time to time, you would not find it difficult. You have become careless and you therefore now find it difficult. Whatever you are taught in your childhood easily stays in your remembrance. Whatever you are taught in your childhood easily stays in your awareness. The older you grow, the more difficult it becomes to bring something back into your awareness. Here too, those who have had the practice of paying attention to this from childhood have a natural chart of remembrance even today. Those who have been careless in paying attention to this from the beginning will now find it difficult. Now let the past be the past and consider yourself to be a child in the company of the Father. By considering yourself to be this, you will be able to keep the life of your childhood in your awareness. The more you keep this in your awareness, the more help you will receive, and the difficult task will then become easy. From this moment onwards, do not allow yourself to be separated from the Father for even a second. Always think that you have the Father's company and that your hand is in the Father's hand. If the hand of a young child is in the hands of an older person, the stage of the child remains carefree and free from any worry. Therefore, you should always think that Bab Dada is with you and that your hand in this alokik life is in his hand. that is, your life is in His hands, it is then His responsibility. You should give all the burdens to the Father and make yourself light. If you do not have any burdens, would you find any difficulty? Would you find anything difficult? The method to remove the burden and to make that which is difficult easy is to hold on to the Father's hand and to keep Him as your companion. This is easy, is it not? Then, whether the Father enters your consciousness or whether Dada, Brahma, Baba enters your consciousness, you will have the consciousness of Baba. With the consciousness of Dada, there will also be the consciousness of the Father. They cannot be separated. If you develop love for the corporeal form, then your intellect will move away from all others. It is not a small thing to have love for the corporeal form. Even love for the corporeal form enables you to move your intellect away from the love and relationships of everyone else. So at least it is a method to break away from everyone else and forge a relationship with the One. Through the corporeal form, you will remember the incorporeal one. You only develop love for the corporeal form when both Bap and Dada came together. If Bap and Dada had not been combined, you would not have had as much love for the corporeal form. Just as Bap and Dada are combined, in the same way, your remembrance will also be combined. Do not ever think that it is difficult, because easy yogis, you have been difficult yogis from the copper age onwards. Cut away the hard yogis from this category. However, if you yourself have not become easy yogis, you are called difficult yogis, and it becomes one and the same thing. You have to become easy yogis. Accurate remembrance is to be an easy yogi constantly and just make your stage powerful from time to time. You are on the stage, so from time to time, fill yourself with the force of attention and make the stage of your remembrance powerful. The stage of descent has now finished. Or are you still in that stage? That is why you have now come into the stage of ascent, is it not? Just think about the timetable of one day. There will either be remembrance of the corporeal form or remembrance of the incorporeal form. The activities are also activities of the yajna. The yajna has been created by the father of the yajna. So when you speak of the activities of the yajna, there will be the remembrance of the father. Will there not? Whenever you are carrying out any activities, always think that you are on godly service and doing the business of the yajna. One is to stay directly in the stage of destroying your sins and to destroy your One is to stay directly in the stage of destroying your sins and to destroy your sins with full force. And the second is that the more you keep your intellect busy in your pure thoughts and churning, the more that power accumulates and that will gradually finish those sins. When you fill the intellect with this, whatever was in the intellect previously will automatically be removed. One is to empty something first and then to fill it with something else. And the second is to remove something by filling it with something else. If we do not have the courage to empty something, the previous contents can automatically be removed by filling it with something else. That stage will be created automatically. On the one hand, you will be filling it with something, and on the other hand, it is emptied being emptied. Then the stage you wish to have will become natural. You will have that stage whenever you wish. If you do not have the stage of emptying something with full force, there is also another method. Continue to fill it, and then the other will automatically continue to be removed. Have the consciousness that it is now the stage of ascent. If all paths are closed, the intellect will not go anywhere. There are marks received through carrying out the business of the yajna and also for doing physical service. This 100% marks will also help you to pass with honors. However, it is essential that when you have to carry out the business of the yajna or do service through words, you should have the aim that you are doing godly service of the yajna. Then you will automatically remember the creator of the yajna. Whenever you carry out any task, just think about who the backbone is that made you an instrument to carry out out that task. Even though you are an instrument, who is the backbone? Can you stay in your body without your backbone? Without the backbone, you cannot attain success in any task. Whenever you carry out any task, just think of yourself as an instrument and of the one who is inspiring you. On the path of devotion, you used to use the word Karan Karavanhar, but used it with a different meaning. However, whatever actions you are performing at the present time, Baba is Karan Karavanhar in that, is he not? The Father is the one who is inspiring you, and you are the instrument to carry it out. If you perform actions with this consciousness, is that not easy remembrance? Is that not constant remembrance? Then, even if you come down whilst jogging, you will experience it as though you are an actor on stage. He just thinks that he played the part of making others laugh for their benefit. He experiences himself to be on his stage. One moment he plays one part, and the next moment another part. He experiences it to be a play. It is as though he is playing a part just as an observer. So that is being an easy yogi, is it not? Make remembrance easy. When this course of remembrance has become easy, when you then give the course to anyone, you will also definitely fill that one with the force of remembrance. By just giving the course, subjects are created, but with force in the course, anyone can come into a close relationship. There will be the experience of being loving and detached. So, all of you are easy yogis. Do not use force. You have seen many difficulties over the 63 births, and so if you are still remain in difficulty in this birth of making easy effort, when would you experience it to be easy and natural? This is called easy yoga, is it not? This is not difficult yoga. This easy yoga will enable you to rule there easily. There will not be any difficulties there. You will take the sanskars of here with you to there. If you have the sanskars of difficulty until the end, how would you rule there easily? The pictures of the deities that are met definitely show their faces as being easy natured. They portray this special virtue. There is easiness in their features, which you call being innocent. To the extent that someone is an easy effort maker, accordingly, he will be simple in his thoughts, simple in his words, and simple in his deeds. Such a soul is called an angel. Acha, Om Shanti.